岡部倫太郎さん。はじめまして、牧瀬クリスです。
Welcome back, adventurers, to Let's Play Steins Gate 0. In the last episode, Rintaro Okabe was recruited by Alexis Leskinen to be a tester for the Amadeus system. Initially, Maho was against it, but eventually decided to allow Rintaro a chance to actually help with their research. Thus did Rintaro and Maho arrive at the prep room of where the Amadeus system is currently being housed. And there, before us on the monitor, is Amadeus Kurisu. Almost as if she were Kurisu reborn. Unfortunately, Rintaro and I, we both know better. Amadeus Kurisu may be constructed from Kurisu's memories in March of 2010, but she is not Kurisu Makase, and once again I said she, not it. This is going to be a problem, because her mannerisms right here are Kurisu's to a T. And this is the actual title screen of Steins Gate 0. I didn't talk through the original one because I wanted you to experience this. But this intro is amazing. Though I apologize for the slight lag there. Rintaro Okabe, Mayuri Shina, Rintaro Hashida, Ferris Nyan, Ruka Rushibara, Maruka Kiryu. They all have completely different appearances in Steins Gate 0. And there's Maho and Suzuha Mane, and someone that we don't know yet. And it appears that we will be seeing new characters as well as old characters, and there is Amadeus Kurisu. Maho Yajo Akihabara. I think we'll be meeting her at some point in the future. And there is the meeting of Steins Gate. But this is not Steins Gate. This is Steins Gate 0. And thus, it officially begins. The prologue has ended. Missing link. That was the prologue. This is the first chapter, closed epigraph. Although it actually has a different title name.
さあ、岡部さん、リラックスしてください。
And we are here at a psychologist, of all things.
あなたは私の声を架け橋として過去へと降りていきます。
I take it that the events that we are currently undergoing now happened prior to our encounter with Amadeus Kurisu.
どんどん降りていって、やがて柔らかい色をした光が見えてきます。
And I would think that there is only one reason why Rintaro Okabe would choose to undergo psychiatric evaluation. To purge himself of the memories of Kurusu dying by his own hands. I was dreaming, daydreaming. I was aware that I was lying on a big sofa, undergoing counseling from a psychiatrist, or psychologist rather. I tried my best to stay calm and imagine what the psychologist was telling me.
その光は何色に見えますか？
Apparently we're imagining a light.
赤。
Unfortunately, that light is red.
赤ですか。なるほど。
The same color as the blood of Kurusu Makase staining our hands.
その光の中にあなたの大切な人が立っています。その人はあなたの家族でしょうか？
いや。
They're not our relatives.
では友人？それとも恋人？
On the Alpha World line, Mr. Psychologist, you would not be wrong. But in this world line,
恋人。いや。恋人じゃない。
on this world line, that is an entirely different matter.
友人ですらない。
Not even an acquaintance, just a complete stranger as far as we are concerned.
ではどういう？
And yet they are the most precious person in the world to Rintaro Ogube.
俺とあいつは。
Something tells me that this isn't going to be easy. Memories came flooding back into my mind like a geyser. And the red slowly fades to white and then coalesces into a face that we know oh so
ちょ
well.
っと来てくれませんか？
And we are recalling the moment in which Kurusu dragged us away from our heckling of her father, Dr. Nakabashi, Soichi Makase. And that was technically the very first time that Rintaro and Kurusu had met. And on the 28th of July, Rintaro Ogube discovered the body of Kurusu Makase lying in the pool of her own blood. And that was the moment that changed everything. The moment that led us to the Alpha World line.
必要ない。
And that is Moeka from the Alpha World line after running down Mayuri Shina. And the countless times we tried to save her over and over and over again. The only one who was at our side, the only one supporting us, was Kurusu herself.
あんたがタイムリープしたのは分かってる。
We leapt through time too many times. So far away from the origin point, we didn't even know how to get back at first.
マユリを助けて。
And there is Kurusu's plea. That was the terrible choice that we had to make. In order to save Mayuri Shina, we had to let Kurusu Makase die.
ベータ世界線へ行きなさい。マユリが死なない世界へ。それがあんたのためでもあるし、私のためでもある。
Unfortunately, Rintaro's heart was torn at this point. Had those events never transpired, Rintaro would have chosen Mayuri over Kurisu. However,
岡部は私のこと覚えてて。
the 3 weeks that Rintaro spent with Kurisu can never be forgotten, must never be forgotten, because that is the promise that Rintaro made to Kurisu. Of course, on the Beta World line, none of the events of those 3 weeks ever existed. Instead,
私死ぬのかな。
in a cruel twist of fate, Rintaro tried to save Kurisu Makase, but instead discovered that he was the one who would end up taking her life as a consequence of his actions.
死にたくないよ。
And that truth would break Rintaro Okabe and create a moment of incredible divergence. One path would lead Rintaro Okabe to the events that would finally allow him to reach the unknown, unobserved world line known as Steins Gate. But that way is closed to us on this world line. And once again, a veil
Okabe-san.
of red. It's too much. The trauma is too deep in the heart of Rintaro Okabe.
俺が刺した俺が
A nightmare that he can never wash his hands
いいで
of.
すか？私があなたの肩を叩きます。それを合図に意識がはっきりしてきますから。
And that truth will remain embedded in our subconscious.
3、2、1、はい。
There was a loud sound. Then I felt an impact on my shoulders. Kurisu's suffering face disappeared instantly, and I could feel my consciousness awakening. An unfamiliar ceiling. But in this world line, Rintaro Okabe is a broken man. I stood up off the sofa. I felt dizzy and almost fell over.
大丈夫ですか？少し休んでいてください。今タオルを持ってきますから。
The psychologist left the room, leaving us to ponder with our nightmares. I realized I was soaked in sweat. The air conditioner was working, so I could tell that it wasn't from the heat. It was the first time that I'd tried hypnotherapy at a mental health clinic. What is hypnotherapy, you ask? Allow me to explain. A method of therapy where the patient is placed in a hypnotic state and the therapist acts directly on their subconscious mind to remove the psychological traumas that lead to mental illness. In Japan, there is no government certification for hypnotherapy, but therapeutic associations do offer their own certifications. Certified hypnotherapists are sometimes called hypnosis technicians. Unfortunately, this trauma is one that Rintaro Okabe will never forget. My body felt strangely heavy. No amount of time leaping and time traveling will save us now. When I got outside, it was night. And it's the It's the 29th. So this is after we encountered the AI known as Amadeus Kurisu. It was almost December and the wind was cold.
どうだったオカリン
And there before us is the girl that we spent so much pain and torment trying to save, Mayushi, wearing a rather cute looking winter outfit, and her hair is worn down. It normally sticks out a bit. I actually do love the way that the fact that each of the characters of Steins Gate Zero have slightly altered appearances that separates it from the classic Steins Gate. Mayuri Shina asked me gently. Mayuri was a high school student and my childhood friend. She'd come with me to counseling today, and she was the reason for the birth of Hoenn Kiyoma. Unfortunately, we can't rely on Hoenn Kiyoma to save us from this nightmare. I told her I didn't need her to, but she left school early and told me to come over. All I ever did was make her worry. Around 3 months ago, my one obsession had been saving her from worldline convergence. To me, she had always been someone I had to protect. Indeed, this girl was, for the longest time, the hostage of the insane mad scientist Hoenn Kiyoma. But those days are over now, and now she was worried about me. It was only because of Mayuri's recommendation that I'd tried counseling, and we've got a message on our phone again. And this must take place after our initial meeting with Amadeus, because for some reason we have an app that conveniently has the Amadeus logo on it, but to open that app would be to invite the way to the abyss of Friedrich Nietzsche. We don't want to do that. And this message is apparently from Suzuha. Got a sec, Uncle Ocarine? Hopefully you're not going to start calling him Uncle Donald or Uncle Scrooge, but I don't think you're the joking type. Now, we have 3 emojis. We have the rather creepy looking Mayushi emoji. We have the tsundere but I refuse emoji, which is unfortunately Kurisu, and sending that would probably be a bad move. So we'll send a Hoenn Kiyoma emoji. Okay. Because we actually want to talk to Suzuha. Listen, what do you think I should do about Mom and Dad? Her father is Ataru Hashida, Daru, our favorite right arm, and our trusted super hacker. What do you mean? I just can't see them getting together like this. It seems that, well, in the past we were wondering whether or not we would ever meet the woman who would be Suzuha's birth mother. And it seems like that time has finally come. Well, you're right. Uncle Ocarine, is there anything you can do? You know there's nothing I can do to help with that. It's all up to Daru at this point. He promised to be a super wizard hacker by the time he reached 30, but of course Suzuha actually has to be born in the next in 2017, 7 years from now. Right, yeah. It kind of hurts that you just gave up that easily. It doesn't seem to be your kind of thing. Indeed it isn't. And Rintaro sends the jealous emoji that Daru sent him. But we want to turn our attention back to Mayuri.
まあ大したことないってさ。
Well, I'm glad that the therapy session seemed to be helping. Actually no. I told her a small lie to make her feel better. They're not helping. At all. Not in the slightest. Actually, they told me I'd suffered serious trauma. They'd stopped the hypnotherapy and given me a course of counseling and drugs. And they wanted to wait to see the results. Basically, they decided there was nothing to do but treat my symptoms and wait for it to heal naturally. Unfortunately, the scars of our wounds have cut deep. In our mind, body and soul. I couldn't tell if what Maho had shown me yesterday was having an effect. I underwent treatment without telling the psychologist about the time machine, or the world lines, or most of the things that had happened, so maybe there was no way for them to make a proper diagnosis. In any event, I decided not to think too much about the results. One step at a time, eh, Rintaro?
なあマユリ、夕飯これからだろ。何か食べに行くか。おごるぞ。
Instant ramen? Cup noodles? Or your favorite, juicy chicken number one?
それなら秋葉原に行ってもいいかな。
So apparently we're not in Akihabara at the moment, it
ルカ
seems.
君とフェリスちゃんがね、久々にオカリンに会いたいって。
Unfortunately, much in the same way as Kurisu Makase, the future gadget laboratory holds nothing but bitter, traumatic memories for Rintaro Okabe. Akihabara, huh? The clinic was in walking distance of my house. Akihabara is much farther away. But even so, I couldn't turn down Mayushi's request, even though the ghost of Ho in Kyoma lies in wait. And here we are in just outside of Akihabara station. There's the DVD and K-book signs, and we're just near the radio building where Suzuha Mane's time machine should still technically be, sitting on the roof. But that's it for this particular episode of Let's Play Steins Gate 0. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and hit that notification button if you want to keep updated for more Let's Play episodes. When we return, adventurers, we shall confront our other past once again and see what has changed in the lovely city of Akihabara. As always, adventurers, until next we meet.